I'm divorced. I thought I'd be happier, except the judge set the child support amount at $300.
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy! City boy!
Oh, Lord. Yo, son. I don't know what's happening here. This is titled, Woman Divorces Husband and Instantly Regrets It. And for her to acknowledge what she's acknowledging at the beginning seems like she was almost doing the divorce for the money. You know, but we'll see. I don't want to judge. I just want to check this out. You know, I like to get into the dynamics of men and women, the dating situation, modern dating, all that different stuff on the channel from time to time, really, because it intrigues me. Also, because I'm raising kids and they're going to be going, you know, there's a part of me that wants to be like, nah, they ain't going to go into this. You like this modern stuff. Like, we're going to be able to protect them from all this craziness. But the reality is, you know, it's better to be prepared and paranoid than to just go into things blindly. And that's the truth. So a lot of this stuff does interest me. So we're going to check this out. This is Woman Divorces Husband and Instantly Regrets This. This is on the Poor Man's Podcast, so show him some love over there. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm Black Pegasus. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Link in the description to my other channels. And let's see where this really goes.
I'm divorced.
Okay, got it.
I thought I'd be happier, except the judge set the child support amount at $326 a month. $326 a month for 2 kids for child support is what he has to pay me.
That's actually kind of crazy because I almost named names. Let me tone it back. But I know someone personally who pays child support for 2 kids, and it's closer to like $650 or $700 a month, right? So that's pretty wild. Now I don't know the technicalities, the stipulations, but that is yo, son, that's kind of crazy. And what's crazy is typically if they were in the typical, you know, male and female roles, that means he was probably out earning the most. And, you know, there's potential that she's not earning as much. So I don't know. Maybe she's earning more. Maybe that's why they hit her like that. Like, you know, it is rare to see fair dealings or fair results in children's court or whatever, child support court towards the men. It's really rare. So this might be one of those rare occasions, but let's just see what's popping.
$326 a month.
Oh,
because
snap.
he's not working.
So I'm totally off because I said if he was working, like, yeah, that makes sense because they would, if he was working, they look at your wages and they base it off the wages. Sheesh.
Because he chooses not to. I was able to cross-examine him, which was fun. And I asked him how many hours a week he spends working or trying to sell houses, because technically he still has a real estate license. So technically he's still a realtor. He said 15 hours a week approximately is how many hours he works per week. Grown man. Grown, able-bodied man with transportation and no childcare to worry about. Says he works 15 hours a week, which I think is kind of a high estimate. I'd put it more at like 0 hours per week.
Of course you would.
So $326 a month for 2 kids. Fun, right? And this is after I was super gracious and let him keep his parenting time. The guardian ad litem recommended 0 parenting time for dad.
Now, everybody knows I am anti-hobosexual. I would never recommend any women to date a...
That's hobo, you guys. Hobosexual, okay? Just let's get it clear for YouTube. He did not say the other, you know what I'm saying? when he said I'm anti. All right, let's go.
Lazy broke man. With that being said, a man doesn't just decide to be lazy overnight. So when you married him, you probably already knew that's who he was. Now you're upset because you went on Instagram, they told you 40 was the new 20, and you thought you still had it in you. You thought you didn't need a man, but now you're begging for that man's money. And telling a father you was being gracious by letting him see his kids is crazy.
Do you know why?
Yeah, okay, that's absolutely. When she said that, I was like, yo, kids need both parents, bro. Period. And in some lights, they need the man more than the woman. In some lights, they need the woman more than the man. Just depends on the time, like, right? Like breastfeeding, you gonna need the woman more than the man. But like that line being drawn with discipline and other things that are very valuable, that it takes a man, yo. People can lie about it, but now that you can kind of see the statistics of the direction kids who are raised in single parent households under mothers, it's just the outcomes are really not that good. Like it's really not. I'm not even going to harp on it. You could just look it up, but it's actually really bad when you look at it in that realm, which is a sign that there is a meaningful position for the father to be there and be around. All right, let's see where else this goes. I thought it was going to go more in depth into their situation because I was like curious if it's one of those dudes who could kind of who has bread, but you know, he just understands how to move and shake. He probably had a good lawyer. His lawyer's like, yeah, do this, do that. You know, has money. Let's say in like a trust or something, you know, where they don't have access to it and they can't really look at it the same way they would look at, you know, certain types of like your actual working income. I just thought there was something more to it. But all right, we'll peep a couple more of these out and then we'll ride off into the sunset.
A girl with no legs can't play soccer. It's because she's a girl.
Hey man, say man, we got challenged by the little track team to run a little 4-on-1. Football players versus track team. Got my boy Thenge running second leg. I'm running first leg. CB running third leg. Odom running fourth leg. Who we here with?
The Jamaicans. I'm Shelly and Fraser Price.
Okay, what leg are you?
Y'all see me in the race.
So do y'all think y'all gonna win? That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Do you think you gonna win?
Hello, I'm Veronica Campbell. I'm feeling real fast today. We're gonna win.
What's
your name? I'm Shelly and Fraser.
This seems playful. Seems like they're all homies and stuff. I think we're about to see dudes race girls. And let's just keep it real. Let's just see where this goes. But I have a feeling I know where this goes based off that little sketch in between both of these.
That's my twin. I just want to guide their execute today.
So do y'all think y'all gonna win?
Oh yeah, Elaine Thompson.
Hey TT, I just want to know.
I'm just here to shoot the gun, man.
Fifi, who you think gonna win though?
My team Jamaica.
She don't even sound confident. Damn. Come on. Come on. Go. Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. I am not running that far.
That's actually kind of crazy. I mean, he's really good. I'll keep it real though. Like those girls was keeping up because like when I saw the Olympic joint, y'all seen it on my channel. I think it's like women versus men in like the Olympics or something, and it's like it's insane how much faster the dudes are. These girls are actually doing their thing. Like I was like, okay, kudos. But now it's
Shout out to the women for giving it their best shot, but those ain't even skills players. They racing linebackers and linemen.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they were racing track athletes. That's crazy. But still, if I'm keeping it a buck, the first two females kept up with those dudes very well. Like, very well. Like, I was like, oh, okay, holla.
To give them more credit, they didn't do that bad. If it wasn't for the third leg on the football squad, they probably would have won. That third leg was wide open.
You know, I'm very free, and you know what I'm saying. If, you know, but I got modes, so it's balanced. I think the problem is that nudity is being demonized. This is considered the creme de la creme. Those award shows ain't for the ratchets. It's not for the riffraff. It's the most beautiful and talented and richest people in the fucking world in that segment. So we're not around here like being canvases for the streets. We're canvassing.
What?
amongst the elite.
Right.
So that's, I mean, it's not giving the same message. So if you,
It's my turn to talk. I'll let you talk that for 5 minutes. Let me tell you something. There ain't no way in hell. I don't care if you a nudist or Brutus or a Buddhist, goddammit. You gonna walk out this house with your goddamn tippy titties and nipples out that I paid for. Because most likely I done paid for them titties. I bought the goddamn outfit. So there's no way in hell my woman is gonna sit here and broadcast some shit that I have to pay top dollar for. Because guess what? When you sleep at night, that bed, I pay for it. That house that we live in, I pay for it. That goddamn that's fat, the food that went in to make it fat, I pay for it. And you think that you about to give everybody a free goddamn view for fashion? I say, go back to the pot now. Ain't no nudity. I'm the nigga that get the nudity. You can be a nudist at the goddamn house in the bedroom.
Some of these women to say any.
Bro, that dude hit it. Like, I honestly, shout out to the homie from the Poor Man's Podcast, but he said everything I need to hear. Yo, son, he went in. That's the truth. That's what I've been noticing lately in a lot of these modern conversations when you see some of these podcasts where, you know, I'm like, yo, what delusional place are these people coming from? And then there has to be people putting up with this. This is why this sediment is growing, because there's a massive amount of men who put up with that. And maybe it's just because they're desperate or whatever, but I'll keep it real. Like, you know, there's been this concept of like trophy wife or trophy girlfriend or whatever, right? And that's this, it was problematic in the sense of like women like attention. They want to be showed off. They want to be like, oh, this is my, you know, but then they just keep going to these other levels where it's like, you know, we're at the level where Kanye's showing up and his girl is like totally naked, basically. She puts on a string and then all of a sudden, you know, it makes headlines. And yeah, you know, it's interesting because I came from a place of rapping, being a rapper, where you always, you know, showing off the girls you have, or you always want to be seen with this, that, and the other, you know. And then fast forward to now where I've kind of grown and matured. I was like, bro, like I ain't trying to have dudes looking at my wifey like that online, not in public. Like I you know, I don't mind, you know, people are going to look and admire and be like, oh, he has a beautiful girl, or she, you know, looks wonderful. But actually like trying to like, you know, present it like, oh, I'm getting this in the bedroom and da is crazy to me. Freaking crazy. And especially, you know, having two daughters, because now their example is their mother, right? It's also, they could be influenced by friends and things they see outside. They're kind of young for all that now, but that's where it goes. But essentially they get very influenced by their mothers. And then it just depends on how tight-knit the family is, you know. But the fact that we're in a society where culture pushes this way, where, you know, women almost find a sanctity in being half naked, and they're pushing these ideas that liberation is showing your breast or showing off your body and doing all these things. It's pretty intense, especially coming from the place where women are also like, I don't want to be objectified. But then it's like, but I'm free. It doesn't even make any sense. So like, yeah, I definitely struggle with that from time to time. But anyways, I appreciate these clips, man. That was a cool one. We're going to get into some more stuff on this channel. Let me know what you guys want to see. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And, yo, check out the Poor Man's Podcast. I'll holla.
City boy, city boy.